1051.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlemagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, this is one of the interviews that the Breakfast Club gets excited about.
Absolutely.
Haven't seen this guy up here as of yet.
Absolutely.
We tried a couple times.
Bright and early. His eyes look a little red.
Yeah,
Definitely a little red.
That's the perp, though.
No. It's too early for that. Too early
Ladies
for
and
that,
gentlemen, Camron.
Killer Cam.
Thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it. Big fan of the show, man.
Thanks for
They
coming.
didn't believe you were really coming, Cameron.
Definitely not.
Charlemagne said he ran into you and you mentioned
I
it.
seen him yesterday. He kind of put the extra pressure, like you'll be there tomorrow, right? So
I seen Cam twice in my life. First time I ever seen Cam, he was shooting hoops in a gym. And I'm so stupid. I was like, yo, Rico got out? I was like,
I get that all the time. Like, yo, what's up, Rico? You know what I'm saying? I get that a lot. So, but I'm a big fan of the show, man. Thanks for having me. It isn't that I didn't want to come here. I'm just not a real early person.
Absolutely.
But thanks for having me.
Oh, you could have stayed up all night and came and it'd have been like late night.
I was thinking that. See, I live in Jersey. Traffic coming over here was crazy. It's just a whole to do. I was gonna stay in the city last night, but I just didn't.
All right.
Now you got the new mixtape out, Ghetto Heaven.
Yeah, it's out right now. My man Remo put everything together on live mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? So that's out right now. Make sure y'all go check it out.
We were talking about it because we were like, Cam actually got some hot songs on here.
You said actually.
Yeah, no.
That was word. I was kind of like, word. Actually, I don't believe it.
People was worried for a minute, though. It was a couple records you dropped, and everybody was like, I don't know what Cam doing.
Nah, you know, it is what it is. I can't please everybody all the time, but I appreciate the love and the reception that I'm getting on this tape, so I appreciate that.
Go Outside is a tough tune.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Definitely.
Everybody talking about the Come and Talk to Me record where you responded back to Jay saying he made you a millionaire.
Yeah.
It seems like you two always are going to have some type of issue.
I don't know. I mean, my thing is, you know, once I'm like, if I'm off the radar, just leave me alone. Like, once you say my name, my like antennas go up a little bit. But I don't really consider it a diss. He had made a comment, and I made a comment back on the record, so it wasn't like a back and forth thing. I just answered kind of what he said. But I think he has something against us a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't play our music in the 40/40 clubs. Like,
You're not allowed in there even.
No, I don't want to go in there. I don't care about
even
being
to this
allowed
day.
in there.
Yeah, to this day you can't.
I'm not.
play.
Yo.
See,
Can't
that
play.
DJ tell you
Yeah,
not
one
allowed-
time-
What kind of hate is that? Like,
I was
like,
in
you know
there
what I'm
and
saying?
Freaky Zeke was in there.
And they 8 bouncers came. He called me later that night and kicked him out. Like, he was there for a whole nother event, and they like 8 bouncers came and surrounded him.
Yeah, I
and
was
kicked him
there.
out. Yeah, exactly. Like, what kind of hate is that?
And I said to him, I said, wow, they let you in here?
Word,
And the
Warren,
next thing
man,
you
I'm
know-
disappointed in you too, man. We better than that, man.
Have you and
go
Jay
back.
ever been cool? Like, where does this stem from?
That's what I'm saying. Let's go back to Rockefeller days, because you guys were signed to Rockefeller.
Yeah.
Dame and Jay signed you. You know, you had a rock chain. And where did it start going south? Or bad?
Basically, you know, when I got over there, I really just, you know, because they was already established. Dave did a favor for me while, you know, I was at a bad deal at Sony. And he did me a favor bringing me over there because I was my man since 10, 11 years old. So when I got there, I went over there very polite because they already had their situation, you know, pretty much established. So, you know, I see Jay at the studio and I'll be like, you know, let's do a song, let's do this. And he'll just look at me like, just like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, you know what I mean? So then we just started heating up, you know what I'm saying? And he just like put himself on a couple records, but I wasn't feeling what he did, so I took him off the song.
Oh boy, they say you took him off. Oh boy.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the verse. So, and I'm not dissing him. And I like Jay's music. He's dope or whatever, but I just wasn't feeling the verse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie about it. And then it really went south. Like, he went somewhere, son, and Dame like offered me the job to be like vice
The
president.
vice president, I remember. He went on vacation, and Dame made you vice president of Rockefeller.
But he didn't even consult with Jay-Z about
He
it.
made me an offer, yeah. And I felt, Jay-Z probably felt that they didn't consult with him, and like everything kind of went south from there.
But
And
you
I
never took
remember-
the job, though, because Def Jam didn't want to pay you the $500,000 you wanted for salary, right?
Yeah, my lawyer advised me they was getting paid, but the president was getting paid that time. I think it was like $750,000. They was offering $500,000. I was like, that's you're trying to lowball me, no homo. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't take the job.
And I also remember there was like a tour they went on, and there was some issues
Rock
because
the
you
Mic
guys,
tour.
the Rock the Mic tour.
Yeah, I wasn't invited. Like, you know, these are questions I can't even answer.
Right.
I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? But I just know when we first got there, we tried to be cool, and you know, it's only but so long you could try and be cool when somebody giving you their ass to kiss. Pardon my language, I don't know.
Also, you said when the dude shot at you back in the day in D.C., he threw up the rock sign. Did you ever find out what that was? Was that a hit or just a random rock fan?
I mean, you know. got fans or whatever, but I didn't really do too much investigation. I know basically I went to jail after I got shot because I didn't. Basically, you know, when I got shot, actually, it was 2 cop cars behind me and one in front of me. I forget the street, but it was just whoever that dude was. He was pretty brave because he's like basically did that. Let's say, for instance, if it was New York, like 34th Street and 8th Avenue, you know what I'm saying, in front of a lot of people. But you know, the cops, they wanted me to come cooperate. I'm like, y'all was right there. The car they was in crashed and they found the cell phone. And they want my help. I'm like, y'all have everything. So by me not going down there, I was on probation at the time. They violated my probation. So I like actually got shot and then sent to jail. Yeah.
But weren't y'all going to form the group at one point, the commission? It was supposed to be you, Jay, Big, Charlie Baltimore?
No, I wasn't part of that. I wasn't part of that at all. I met Biggie through Mace, and Biggie was feeling me. I used to go to his crib and rap for him, and then
he wanted to sign you, right?
Yeah, after he passed away, his partner Rivera signed me, so that's how I got the deal with
So you would ended up signing with Big.
Yeah, basically.
That was kind of Big's label.
I was just about to say that. Kind of signing with was kind of signing with Big because I was his business partner while he was alive.
Right.
Yeah. And what happened with Mace? You still speak with Mace?
I haven't spoken to Mace in about 3-4 years. I don't know. Mace just be up and down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like Mace. He'll be like, you know, he'll do the church thing. Then you go on his Instagram and you be like, yo,
where the bitches at?
Yeah, exactly. And I be like, yo, he tougher than Lover, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just makes me real finicky. That's my man growing up.
Y'all were cool, ball with each other and everything.
Yeah, that's my man. He just made him like a 180 on nigga.
It seemed like he changed when he got in the industry. Like he became institutionalized because like. He was supposed to be in the horse and carriage video, but he was going to charge you. Like, how you charge a man to be in the video? Yeah,
exactly. Good point. But, you know, I learned a lot. I was young in the game. Not saying he still should have charged me, but, you know, looking back on it, on a lot of stuff and, you know, just being around so long and being blessed to see a lot of things, it's like, you know, I still don't pump with him for certain things like Mr. Hud funeral and certain things like that. But just looking back on it and seeing my young boys that's around me now, like Mace was 21 years old, sold 5 million records, had about $7-8 million at 21, 22 years old. I'm looking at some of my young boys who like 24, 25. I'm like, y'all would not know, y'all would go buck 8 crazy if y'all had $500,000. Right. So, you know, if you're 21 and 22 years old with that kind of money and your first album you ever put out sells 3-4 million records, your mentality is way different. And it was just a lot to handle at that age.
Now, there was a lot of rumors that you guys ran Mace to Atlanta, that he was just so scared.
Not me per se. Basically, I was running around with Mace making sure he was good, and then he had got a deal with Jermaine Dupri for that.
Harlem World.
Yeah, All Out was the label in Harlem World. And basically, I knew what the deal was like, maybe $2 or $3 million, and he was giving everybody $10,000. And I was like, dog, you know, I helped write your album, other stuff that was given to us for the right. And I was like, I ain't got no beef, but I'm just out. I'm not a part of this. And I'm not saying I'm like the tough guy or nothing, but I was just making sure he was good in the street. And then when I started messing, it was just like pretty much like an open free fall. He was just getting into fist fights in Harlem, and then people was threatening him, then people was taking the chains. So it wasn't me, it was just a bunch of stuff that was going on in the streets with other people. And I just think he got tired of it and broke out.
Now you got $3 million, you only give people $10,000, and you become a pastor and ask people for 10% of their earnings. But you ain't giving them 10% of yours.
But let's keep it real. A lot of issues that people have business-wise has to do with money, relationships, friendships, everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Comes down to money. Like, even with you and Jim Jones, you guys had your falling out. I always assumed that was over money.
Yeah, no, not really. I just say with Jim, my thing with Jim and everybody, all of us are in a good space right now, but I never really fed into when all that was going on, because it was a time, Jim, we was sitting, you know, we always strategized and stuff, and there was a time he was in my kitchen, he was like, yo, let's act like we got beef, and I'm like, why would we act like we have beef?
That really happened? I heard that, but that really happened?
Yeah, and I was like, yo, why would we act like we have beef? You're going to confuse the fans. He's like, nah, we could do this, and I'm like, I ain't really with all that. So, you know, as everybody's fame grows, you know, you're not with each other every day. And then we wasn't speaking for a while. Not that it was a problem. And he just was like, yeah, F Cam and this, that, and the third. And he got all time. And I'm like, oh, he's really following through with this. You know what I'm saying?
So he started doing it. He said like
it started off fake and then it turned real.
Yeah, and I just not fed into it because the whole time it was like, yo, you said you was going to do this. And I told you I wasn't with it. And you're still doing it. But And that's how that went. But at the end of the day, everybody's good now.
Yeah, I remember you guys saw each other for the and spoke like in Atlanta. It was like some type of Converse Band of Ballers game, and it was a huge deal.
Yeah, we spoke before that. You know, we wasn't gonna pop up on each other or nothing like that, but we spoke and strategized that out also.
What about with Jewels? Because I know at one time Jewels wasn't gonna record with Def Jam under your label. Was that all that was true?
Yeah, you know, Jewel, same thing. He just basically was like, you know, me and Jim stopped speaking. They started hanging out, so you know. That talk started, so he's like, y'all want out my deal, yada, yada. Now, I'm not wanting to hold nobody up. Def Jam called me, said they wanted them directly. We worked the financial part out, and that was that.
Yeah, for a period of time, I thought Jewel's, it seemed like he was stuck and wasn't putting out music because he couldn't.
Now, he said, I believe he said at the time he just didn't want to record, he wanted to be free before he recorded.
My thing is, he been free, you know what I'm saying? Now, like, he been out the deal since 2008, 2009, so...
So if y'all cool now, what's the hold up on the Dipset reunion?
Just basically, you know, we all talk because we do about 10 shows a year together, you know what I'm saying? And just basically the time and everybody's doing something and it wouldn't be genuine. We can all go in the studio for 2-3 days and give y'all an album, but it wouldn't be genuine. Like with the Diplomat movement, you watch some guys or some kids grow from not really having too much to being really successful, so a lot of our fans grew with us, you know what I'm saying? So if we can't sit down together for a month or so, not saying every day and get it right, it'd be fake, and then nobody want to give y'all fake music.
Do y'all even still like dealing with majors? Because we heard stories about you running up in the Sony building and beating up executives and being banned from there. Like, in this day and age, you like dealing with major labels?
Well, what happened is recently with me, and big shout out to my man Tom Moskowitz and Joey IE and Lior over there. You know, they left Warner Brothers, which I was signed to, and right before they left, I was like, yo, I don't know, you know, I don't be lost in the source. So they just gave me my papers so I could get out my deal and do what I want to do. But I was actually signed to Asylum through them, but Todd left, Joey left, Lior left, so I'm like, I'm leaving. That was the foundation over there. But at this point, it doesn't really make sense. And if you, and not particularly me, I'm just saying for new artists, like, yeah, I want a deal. All these labels, they're chasing people who don't want deals. So if you go to a label and be like, yo, I want a deal, they're not messing with you because there's so many people popping now that don't have deals that those are the people that they're chasing.
Mm-hmm. I remember we had our anniversary party at the Best Buy Theater, and I was like, oh, we should see if Camron can come through. That would be awesome. They said you were banned from there, too.
Oh, yeah.
Whole Dipset.
What y'all do? Just go around beating people up all throughout the city?
I'm like, what did they do?
The Best Buy Theater, you talking about like last year, right?
Yeah.
Or something like
I remember Vado actually came.
Yeah.
He couldn't get in. They wouldn't let him in.
We all, that particular incident last year before last, it was a bunch of us, and like, I guess their security in there was like, yo, y'all gotta get under control, and slammed the door, and my son was right there, and he like just missed my son's fingers. So, like, I didn't do nothing, but a couple people I was with didn't like that.
Well, so what's up with Vado? Vado's with DJ Khaled now.
Yeah.
How did that go down? Did you just let him out of the situation or what?
Yeah, basically, you know, Vado had called me one day and it was like something personal. I was like, yo, what are you talking about? And basically with me, like same thing with Joel, Jim, whoever, once I could feel away, it's like, yo, this is like not musical and this is kind of too personal. I'm curving. That's just me, and I'm just
like, what could it be? You banged this girl or something? Like, personal.
Nah, like I'm just keeping it 100. Vado texted me one day and was like, "Yo, I heard you was talking about me in the street." I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? Which street are you talking about, or whatever?" And so he's texting me. I'm like, "Yo, I'm not doing the text back and forth thing. Like, if you want to meet me right now, I'll come meet you, or you want to call me, we could talk." Nah, Flea, and it's like, you never believed in me. I'm like, never believed in you. It was like an emotional text. Wow. And I was like, I spent wild money trying to get you hot out of my personal account. So after that, I just never picked the phone back up after that. You know what I'm saying?
Khaled called you to...
Yeah, then Khaled gave me a call. He's like, yo, I want to work with Vado about 7 or 8 months after that. And then I was like, yo, go ahead. I'm not here to hold nobody's career up because I'm not working with him no more. And I like the kid, you know what I'm saying? I want him to do really well, you know what I'm saying? So Vado had called me, and I was like, yo, y'all could do what y'all going to do because I'm not doing nothing, and Khaled's a workaholic, so that's a good place for you to go.
In a situation like that, do you get your money back that you invested?
Yeah, we worked it out. We worked it out.
Cam is about his money. One thing I know
want to
about
make
Cam,
sure.
Yeah,
and I talk to a lot of people because I like to invest. And they was like, if you ever get to see Cam, talk to Cam. They was like, Cam owns all types of crazy stuff that you never think of. They say you own like Taco Bells, KFCs, you have car washes, restaurants.
Yeah,
How did you get that business mind? Was it through Dame or was it?
Well, definitely Dame, man. Dame's a big influence on me, but at the same time, I don't like really working for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so and I don't like waking up early. I don't like sitting in traffic. You know what I'm saying? So basically, no. I'm just saying in general. You know, that's always been my mind state. Even with music, it's like I tell people all the time, like, yo, people ask you, do you get tired? Do you tired of signing autographs? You tired of taking pictures? I'm like, yo, if this is my job, this is easy. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to go work for somebody that I know I'm smarter than. That doesn't make any sense to me. So sometimes all investments aren't good, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to open up a Golden Corral, that didn't work. You know, you got different things that work and some things that I lost hundreds of thousands and I made millions on certain things, but you got to take a chance if you believe in what you're doing.
Why do you keep stuff like that quiet? Because you know there's a lot of people that don't see you and they be like, they quick to be like, oh, he's washed.
Yeah, like, yo, Kim. Because basically what I learned a lot is that when you own certain things, people will hate on it. So I don't put my name on it. Like, basically, it's certain people, no, I won't get into names or whatever, but let's say they got a blog or website and I'll be like, that's his, I'm not doing it. Just because I'm like, you know, not because I hate them or I got a problem with them, but I'll be like, I'm not helping their stuff. I want my stuff to pop. Right. So a lot of stuff, I don't put my name on top of it anymore. Even like when it comes to writing or directing movies or whatever, I may take the executive producer credit or whatever, but even if I write a movie, like percentage, basically, I wrote that, you know what I'm saying? But now it's out, I'll tell you what, I didn't put my name as the credits.
That's the movie that Queen Latifah and Shakim?
Yeah, we Queen Latifah and Shakim, big shout out to them. They did a 10-movie deal over at Netflix, and they gave me 3 of the movies. The other 7 movies that they're doing, I'm also executive producing, but they gave me 3 of my own to write. And we did a 10-movie deal with them, so that's what I've been working on the last year and a half.
What was your worst investment? Was it that Pink Range?
Pink Range was actually a great investment.
Yeah, that was actually.
That was
they still making clothing from
it. Fam, it's a clothing.
I just remember it on eBay for a long time.
Yeah, because you know what? I was still using it as a promotional tool. Like, that was one of the best promotional tools you could use. When I had on a personal note, it's like you can't go anywhere. You try to go to the movies, you come out, it's surrounded, it's people looking at it. But like she was saying, there's so much stuff that's out now, and it's like yesterday, a new clothing line comes out, like it's like Polo or whatever, but like it's the pink range
on the pocket.
On the stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got all these shirts with Camron, with the pink on, with the cell phone and stuff like that. So, you know,
those socks that they did too. I like the Camron socks.
Yeah, the socks, we doing those too for $200 a pop.
Sheesh.
How did you get away with wearing pink back in the day? Because nowadays, if somebody would do that first, thing they'd be like, yo, he's gay.
No, Camron made people wear pink.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything pink. Yeah, pink minks, pink everything.
Yeah, but to be honest, like all this stuff even now that's coming out, I didn't really plan to do it. I just always try to be different. And it's like, you know, basically like I got all my jewelry in the box in the house, all that, but I refuse to wear more than one chain because everybody now is wearing 3 or 4 or 5 chains. I just try to do whatever's different. And the pink thing happened. Basically, Dame was going to Fashion Week a lot at that time, and I'm like, I need to stand out. It's Fashion Week. And I wore the pink mink there and had everything pink, and it just like newspapers and everything, and it just started going crazy. I'm like, I'm going to run with this because people are like going with it. You know, even people's calling me like, what's next year's color? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like Crayola. You know what I'm saying?
So when did you decide to stop doing it?
When everybody does it.
Gotcha.
When everybody does it, I can't do what everybody else does. So basically, that's when I stopped. When, you know, Fat Farm, I remember Russell Simmons, pink is our color this year, and different clothing companies, stuff like that. So when everybody starts doing something, I kind of shy away from it.
You never did your own clothing line, though?
Nah, right now, to be honest, I got like 5 deals on the table that people are trying to do capsule collections with me. And I could never understand the clothing business, even when I was around Dame and Russell and everybody else, because, you know, these guys like Rockaware or Fat Farm at that time when I was around it, they would get like 6 or 7%. And I'm like, yo, this is y'all brand. How are we only taking 6 or 7%? And I just didn't understand it, you know what I'm saying? So I never agreed to do a clothing deal at that time, not realizing that's kind of standard what people get for a clothing deal. But I just was like, if it's my brand and my label, I don't understand it because, like, you may say, for instance, like Rockaware back then made maybe 150 million, 200 million, but then it's Rockaware and Damon that was getting 6 or 7%. I just was like, man, forget it. I'd rather not take anything than to get shorted on my own brand.
Well, maybe you can help us understand what the hell Kanye's bitching about. That's what I said. Why wouldn't he just start his own situation? Create your own leather jogging pants line.
What's he beefing about? I don't know.
That the fashion industry won't let him in. Like, he wants to do high designer fashion.
Well, it's like that, man. You know, once these people, they have an establishment, you know, it's like it's a secret society in certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, a friend of mine, I won't say the name because I don't want to put him on blast. They're going through something at the networks right now because they have a show and their ratings are so great. But the networks, you know, whether it be, it's a major network, you know, ABC, NBC, CBS, they're upset that the ratings are so good, but 9 out of 10 people that watching it are black. You know, we need at least 3 white, 1 Spanish, this, and they're like, look, the ratings are the ratings. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, well, this is the way it works, and if you don't like it this way, then we can't do it this way. And Justin Timberlake can't come on your show because it's too black, but he could go on the Ellen show. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I know it's like real vague because I don't want to put them on blast, but just in general, back to the original point, even in the talk show world or the clothing world, whatever, these people are established. They don't want everybody coming in and being like
shaking it up.
Yeah, like when we do liquor and go to these liquor conventions, when we had Scissor and everything else, you should see the look on white people's face, like, what are these Negroes doing in here? Basically, like, yo, you know, people on Hennessy or E&J or even Major Champagne, you know, these people been doing this for years and this generation's passed down. So when you got some 20-year-old, mid-20s or early 30-year-old black guys walking in with liquor, they like, yo, what are they doing here? They
and they'll
supposed
shut
to be
you
outside
down.
the gate. Yeah, exactly.
What the hell happened with Scissor?
We sold it.
Okay.
We sold it.
Did you get a lot of flack from guys down south who were like, yo, that's ours? How you gonna take our name and run with it?
We called 3-6 Mafia to cut all that out. They was in the video. They did the video with us. They did the Scissor commercial, and they had the Scissor song first, so that eliminated all that.
I always feel like Dipset was always really big in the South too. Like one of the
Midwest
first
too. Midwest too.
Now, we lived a lot of places also. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Ohio for 4 years. I lived in Chicago for 3 years. Not saying I wasn't coming back and forth, but we planted our flag a lot of different places.
Now, also, when you got into the fight outside the club in New York City, it feel like at that point you kind of just went underground for a little bit, like it made you feel like New York or people turned on you.
Yeah.
That's when I felt like the Camron changed a little bit. Like you was just no more public. You was just to yourself.
Yeah, basically it wasn't even that. My mom had a stroke, like maybe the 2-3 days after that, 3 strokes in one day, and then basically that's when Jim got on the radio and was saying everything he said. So basically I had to step back and see who around me is who, and then I take care of my mother. Like, you know, she basically is in the hospital for a month and a half with a speech impediment, left side of her body paralyzed, and it was just all that at one time, but my family comes before everything.
Is it hard to trust guys after they flipped on you once and then they come back in the circle?
Nah, man. You know, we from Harlem. That been going on way before us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta realize, like, you know, I tell people a lot, like, I love Dame and Biggs' relationship. You know, Biggs, shout out to Biggs, he's locked up right now. But, you know, it's rare for a lot of people to stick together because in Harlem is mad chiefs, there's not a lot of Indians. Everybody's kind of want to be a boss. So you just gotta prepare yourself for stuff like that.
They were saying Jim Jones was upset with Meek because he got the title of one of his songs called Rich Porter.
Oh.
Does it bother you when people outside of Harlem, you know, do stuff like that?
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know what's going on with that neither. But nah, to me, basically, I don't mind. Like, Meek Mills has a song named Rich Porter and Jim's mad about it.
That's what they're saying.
They're taking shots.
Yeah, they say Jim threw a shot at him.
On Twitter. You know how it goes.
He never mentioned Meek's name, but you know how the blogs are.
I don't know. But me personally, like, it's basically showing love to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of us knew Rich Porter. He's older than us, you know what I'm saying? I never even met Rich Porter. I don't know Alport, I don't know none of them, but, you know, the story is legendary. But at the end of the day, I don't got a problem with that. It's cool.
Now, whatever happened with you and 50? Because I remember there was a time when y'all two were not getting along with each other. I didn't even know where
This is like, though, so the beef, this is like beef on top, beef on top, beef on top.
We don't never
At
see
that
you, so
time.
No, I'm with it.
we gotta ask you everything. We never know when we gonna see you
I
again.
remember
I ain't got no problem answering none of these questions.
Because you had
ask me
put out
about
that
anything.
video
I
in
ain't
the
got no
backyard
problem.
in Miami.
Yeah.
Look at my pool.
Yeah.
Get my pool.
Those Camron's had some big moments, and that was one of the moments that.
No, I spoke to 50 maybe about like 7-8 months ago. We was talking about doing some business, and that was just a moment, you know, like basically that's what I was saying earlier about the J thing. With me, it'd be moments. Like if you ain't never do nothing to my family or hurt nobody and my loved ones, and it's music, to me it's a moment. If you want to keep on going with it, then we keep on going because I'm not going to stop. But you know, if we calm down or talk and speak, I'm cool with it. So me and him spoke a few months ago. And we was talking about doing some business together, and that was that. But I don't got a problem with 50 neither.
Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your ear.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.